Good afternoon. Good morning. Well, no, soon. In a minute will be good afternoon. There we go. In a few minutes we will begin the prayers for Losar 2013. This is a very important Buddhist holiday. It celebrates, well, Tibetan Buddhist holiday. It celebrates the new Tibetan year. But for us in Sandus, it's a very important day for which we can all celebrate and come to pray and to hope for not only a better new year, but also for a greater day, and perhaps even a better, more compassion and more understanding and more dharma in the new year. At the moment, I am just finishing final preparations. We will begin in just a few moments. But so far, everything's running along perfectly fine. Just trying to get rid of some big process and systems on my computer so that you won't hear as much of that incessant buzz. So, then after that, I think I will offer more incense before we will actually begin. Let's do large. Skype is necessary. Let's see. From process. And process. Oh, there we go. Let's see. End process. Broadcast. No, I need that. Okay. Hopefully that will solve some of the noise issues. There we go. Right now you are in the office of the Sôgmô. Right here we have 3 books. From today on to the what is called the Chocho Duchen, which is the 15th day after Losar, which I think is I think it's the 25th that will be celebrated. On the 25th of February, from now until then, I will be hopefully reading from this book. It is a bit aged, but it is the Dhammapada, the sayings of the Buddha. It's actually one of the most important Buddhist texts, and it gives hundreds and if not thousands of sayings that the Buddha said so as to relate Buddhism to common people. Just a moment. We also have, and I will be reading the 37 practices of Bodhisattvas. Geshe Sonam Rinchen presented and gave a large amount of teachings on each one of these practices, but unfortunately I will not be reading the entire teachings. I will only be reading the practices, which is actually quite expensive. But again, it's called the 37 Practices of Bodhisattvas. Of course, Bodhisattvas are people who proclaim the Buddhist path, and they say, I will attain nirvana, but I will not go into nirvana. I will not liberate my mind. And the only thing that keeps them attached to this world of, suffering, this world of dukkha, samsara, is the mind. And the only thing that keeps them attached to this world of suffering, this world of dukkha, samsara, is the mind. And the only thing that keeps them attached to this world of suffering, this world of dukkha, samsara, is the mind. And the only thing that keeps them attached to this world of suffering, this world of dukkha, samsara, is the mind. And the only thing that keeps them attached to this world of suffering, this world of dukkha, samsara, is the mind. And the only thing that keeps them attached to this world of suffering, this world of dukkha, samsara, is the mind. And the only thing that keeps them attached to this world of suffering, this world of dukkha, samsara, is the mind. And the only thing that keeps them attached to this world of suffering, this world of dukkha, samsara, is the mind. And the only thing that keeps them attached to this world of suffering, this world of dukkha, samsara, is the mind. And the only thing that keeps them attached to this world of suffering, this world of dukkha, samsara, is the mind. And the only thing that keeps them is their compassion for all sentient beings. So that is a very important teaching for understanding the way, path of bodhisattvas. More importantly, there's this book, which is from Hunsang Otsel Palyo Chung Cho Ling, which is my Tibetan Buddhist temple, and the book is entitled Sikdon Lame Noljor Sukso, the Shower of Blessings, and this is actually the practice that we'll be reading from primarily today. Only a few prayers we will do in Tibetan, but for the most part they will be said in English. So this might actually take a little while, but it's the intention of compassion, and the intention of ridding not only ourselves but of all people of suffering. And I believe that that is the most important belief in the Zen philosophy. It's this compassion, this want of getting rid of all suffering. And I think we do it rather well. And of course we aren't the best, but we're getting there. And I believe we're truly making leaps and bounds as a nation. Anyway, I will now prepare the incense and pour the tea behind me, so that we can get ready. Once I find the incense. Take refuge in one, I take refuge in God, I take refuge in God, I take refuge in the Son. I take refuge in the Buddha, I take refuge in God, I take refuge in God, I take refuge in the Son. I take refuge in the Lord, I take refuge in God, I take refuge in Puja Sangha. And now it begins. I will read the preface for you. The purpose of the puja is to generate merit for all beings in all realms of cyclic existence. Merit can be generated through visualization, mantra recitation, meditation, and by the contemplation on the meaning of the text. When you enter the puja, leave your boredom, distractions, hostility, and drowsiness behind. Bring instead pure offerings such as food, incense, and light. Then engage the bodhicitta mind of compassionate intention to benefit sentient beings. At the close of the puja, all accumulated merit is offered to the numberless beings suffering throughout cyclic existence. Om Ahum Soha. Om Ahum Soha. Om Ahum Soha. Organ Yogi Nujansam Hemage Sadam Pula Yatsen Shogi no June Hemajun Meje Sudra Kodu Kandro Mankopo Kenki Jesu Dakruki Shinji Lo Shi Sheksu So Guru Pema Siddhi Hum. Hum, the northwest border of the country of Oregon, in the pollen heart of a lotus, marvelous in the perfection of your attainment, you are known as the Lotus Born, and you are surrounded by your circle of many dakinis. Following you, I will practice. I pray that you will come to confer your blessings. Guru Pema Siddhi Hum. Organ Yogi Nujansam Hemage Sardam Pula Yatsen Shogi Nodrume Hemajun Eje Sudra Kodu Kanjo Mankopo Ketki Jesuda Drupi Shinjiro Shishepsu So Guru Pema Siddhi Hum. Kuntu Sôgmô of the Dharmadhatu, Mother of all Buddhas, who with great kindness saves all Tibetans, chief Dakini of great bliss who confers supreme realization, to the feet of Yeshe Tsogyal I pray. Pacify all outer, inner, and secret obstacles. Grant the blessings of making the life of the Lama firm. Grant the blessings of pacifying all bad times of plague, famine, and war. Grant the blessings of pacifying all slander, black magic, and curses. Grant the blessing of increasing life and glorious knowledge, and grant the blessings of all aspirations being effortlessly fulfilled. Samantabhadra, Vajrasattva, Garuda, and Shri Singha, and Hemasambhava, his 25 disciples, the king and subjects, to So, Zur, Nub, Nag, and the hundreds of treasure revealers, I pray to the gurus of the oral transmission, Kama, and the rediscovered teachings, Dharma. Equal to India's 6 ornaments and the Buddha's 2 sublime sons who adorn Sambhurin, to you who are endowed with compassion, learning, and realization, who by practicing in secret in the depths of sacred forests accomplish the completion of samsara and nirvana in the Dharmakaya, Longchenpa, I pray to dream at Losar. By the blessing of the youthful Manjushri, the union of awareness and voidness, the 8 knowledge treasures blossomed out of the depths of your realization, and you attain mastery over ocean-like precepts and realization. Nipam Jamyam Namyo, to you I pray. The Akansintha palace of the Dharmadhatu, as the essence of the Buddhas of the 3 times, who reveals Dharmakaya in and as my mind, I pray to Sawe Lama. Namo, and the Guru Tathagata who embodies the 3 rare and precious jewels, along with all beings in life's 6 realms, I take refuge in you until enlightenment. To give rise to the enlightened mind benefiting all beings, I will establish my mind to realize the Guru Buddha. Through compassionate activities of benefiting everyone according to their needs, I commit myself to liberate all sentient beings. Nama, and the Guru Tathagata who embodies the 3 rare and precious jewels, along with all the beings in life's 6 realms, I take refuge in you until enlightenment. To give rise to the enlightened mind through benefiting all beings, I will establish my mind to realize the Guru Buddha. Through compassionate activities of benefiting everyone according to their needs, I commit myself to liberate all sentient beings. Nama, and the Guru Tathagata who embodies the 3 rare and precious jewels, along with all the beings in life's 6 realms, I take refuge in you until enlightenment. To give rise to the enlightened mind benefiting everyone, I will establish my mind to realize the Guru Buddha. Through compassionate activities of benefiting everyone according to their needs, I commit myself to liberate all sentient beings. To the Lamas, Yidams, and Dakinis who have come and taken up their seats on thrones of sun and moon and lotus flowers, with body, speech, and mind, devotedly I prostrate. I make outward, inner, and secret offerings. I confess my shortcomings and transgressions. I rejoice at those who have realized the secret mantra. I pray to the Guru to proclaim the Dharma of the secret mantra until all beings are free, and to remain here and not to pass into nirvana. I transfer whatever good I may have done to all sentient beings. May I understand the real meaning of Vajra. In my ordinary body, appearing before me in the sky, in Odhyana, is a pure lake Odana Kosha, deep and full of water, endowed with the 8 qualities. In the middle of the lake, on jewels and the stalk of a fully bloomed lotus, sits Organ Dorje Chan, who embodies all fields of refuge. Blazing in the glories of the major and minor marks, and embracing his consort Yeshe Tsoga, holding a Vajra in his right hand and a skull cup containing a vase in his left. He is beautifully adorned with satin cloths and jewel and bone ornaments. His great bliss flashes in the fundamental space of the 5 lights. He is surrounded by an ocean of the 3 roots hovering like clouds. Rain down your compassion and blessings and watch over me. Deathless wisdom, body, essence of all the conquerors. With longing and strong faith, I prostrate to you always. My body, possessions, and all my accumulation of merit of the 3 times, I offer, visualized as the clouds of offerings of Kuntu Zampo. I confess all sins and transgressions created since beginninglessness, and the qualities of all the conquerors with their sons, as expressed in the freedom of the one pervasive Lord. I rejoice from my heart, and with faith I pray that He will shower us with the profound and expansive Dharma, having gathered all virtues of myself and others. For as long as the ocean of realms of beings abide, may I follow your example, protector, and distribute the merit to free beings as endless as the sky. O great treasure of love and wisdom, who embodies all refuge fields, precious supreme refuge for these dark, evil times. With the great fervor of the pain that comes from the continuous increase of the five poisons, I pray that you will watch over me with your love, with the overflow of the activity of your compassion and the vast nature of your understanding. I pray that you will bless the heart of this aspect. Show the signs and characteristics of development and confer supreme and mundane realizations. Organ yogi no jansan, hemage sardam pola, yatsen shogi no june, hemajune jesudra, oru pandra mankupo, Keki Jesu Dadruki Jinjilo Shir Sheksu So Guru Pama Siddhi Om Hum Benzar Guru Pama Siddhi Hum. On the northwest border of the country of Oregon, in the palm part of a lotus, marvelous in the perfection of your attainment, you are known as the Lotus Form, and are surrounded by your circle of many dakinis. Following you, I will practice. I pray that you will come to confer your blessings. Guru Pema Sri Hum. Omaham Benzar Guru Pema Sri Hum. Organ Yogi Nujansam Hemage Sardam Pola Yatsen Chogi no Drune, Hemajone Jesudra, Kordu Kandro Manpupo, Keki Jesuda Druki, Jinjilo Shir Sheksu So, Guru Pema Siddhi Om Hum. Benzar Guru Pema Siddhi Pa I U Ri Ri Li E O Kaka Kaka Na Ta 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 Na Ta 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 Na Pa 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 Ma Ra Ya La 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 Shaka Saha Kya Soha I Ri Ri Li O Kakagalana Tatagalana Chatagalana Tatagalana Bapapamwa Ya Ra La Wa Shaka Saha Kya Soha Ri Ri Li O Ka Ka Ga Na Tsa Za Za Nya Tra Tra Dra Dra Na Ta Ta Da Da Na Pa Pa Ba Ma Ma Ya Ra La Wa Sha Ka Sa Ha Kya Soha Om Bensa Satu Samaya Anumaya Bensa Satu Nibawa Chushu Nima Nibawa Suduka Nibawa Supukaya Nibawa Anurakta Nibawa Sarva Siddhane Prayata Sarakama Sutsa Sitam Shri Yam Guru Hum. Ha 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 ho Bhagavan Sarva Tathagata Benzer Me Muta Ma Me Muta Benzer Bhava Maha Samaya Satu Om Yadama Hetu Prabhava Hetum Te Ka Tata Gato Heya Wadet Te Ken Sa Yoni Ro Da Elam Badi Maha Shra Mana Yesoha. The assembly of primordial wisdom deities are invited. Outer, inner, and secret offerings are made. Praise is rendered to your body, speech, and mind, noble qualities and activities, and I confess whatever transgressions, mistakes, and deteriorations and broken vows have committed in the past year. Om Bensar Satu Samaya Manupalaya Bensar Satu Megawa Chichunu Megawa Sutukaya Megawa Supukaya Megawa Anurakta Megawa Sarvasiddha Me Prayata Sarva Karma Sutsame Sitam Shri Yam Guru Hum. Ha 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 ho Bhagavan Sarva Tathagata Bensar Ma Me Muta Bensar Ba Wa Maha Samaya Sahu. Through this virtue may I quickly attain the accomplishment of Orient Pema through this attainment. May all beings without exception be placed upon that level. Ram Yam Kam Om Ah Om Shotorgi No Wotsab Ha Nekpa Yeshit Ki Dutsi Kyatso Chen Pur Yu Om Ah Om Ha Ho Ri Om Ah Hum Ha Ho Ri. Om Ah Hum Ha Ho Ri. The nature of these offerings and Torah become the stainless great ocean of primordial wisdom and rite. All breakage and decrease of Samaya is confessed by the power of saying the King of Confessions, and stirs the depths of the three realms of cyclic existence. May enlightenment be attained in the expanse of the three kinds. Om Bensar Satu Samaya Manupalaya Bensar Satu Megawa Chisano Megawa Sutukaya Megawa Supukaya Megawa Anurakta Megawa Sarvasiddha Me Prayata Sarvakama Sutsame Sitam Shri Yam Guru Hum Ha Ho Bhagavan Sarva Tathagata Bensar Ma Me Mutsa Bensar Ba Wa Maha Samaya Sato. Om Bensar Satu Samaya Manupalaya Bensar Satu Megawa Chichinu Megawa Sutukaya Megawa Supukaya Megawa Anurakta Megawa Sarvasiddha Me Prayata Sarvakama Sutsame Sitam Shri Yam Guru Hum Ha 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 ho Bhagavan Sarva Tathagata Bensar Ma Me Mutsa Bensar Sat Ba Ma Maha Samaya Sato. Om Bensar Satu Samaya Manopalaya Bensar Satu Megawa Krishna Tishra Dridru Bhava Sutukaya Megawa Supukaya Megawa Anurakta Megawa Sarva Siddha Me Prayata Sarva Kama Sutsa Me Sitam Shri Yam Guru Hum Ha 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 ho Bhagavan Sarva Tathagata Bensar Ma Me Muta Bensar Ba Wa Maha Samaya Sato. Hum. From Ah comes a skull cup as big as the space of the Dharmadhatu. From Om the soap is decorated with the wealth of samsara and sentient beings. By the power of Hum this becomes great blissful Amrita. By the power of Hri the three roots and all the deities rejoice. Om Ah Hum Ha Ho Ri. Om Ah Hum Ha Ho Ri. Om Ah Hum Ha Ho Ho Ri. Om Ah Hum Ri. Om Ah Hum Ri. Om Ah Hum Ri. Hum. On the northwest border of the country of Oregon, born in the pollen heart of a lotus, marvelous in the perfection of your attainment, you are known as the Lotus Born, and are surrounded by your circle of many dakinis. Following you, I will practice. When you see this offering of desire objects, I pray that you will come to confer your blessings. Descend upon this supreme place to confer your blessings. Transform the offerings into wisdom Amrita. Confer 4 initiations on this practitioner of the supreme way. Dispel obstructors, bad influences, and obstacles, and confer supreme and mundane realization. Hum. Lord Lama Kedma Torture Tsog, with your collections of dakinis and vidyadharas, to you who embodies all 3 roots in the mandala of the conquerors, I pray with strong aspiration and devotion. The merit and wealth of myself and others' 3 doors, and all good wealth of samsara and its beings, I offer in the circle of the great bliss of Kuntu Zanpo. May you receive these offerings with love, and may your hearts be fulfilled. I pray to you, Guru Rinpoche, bestow your blessings, vidyadharas and dakinis. Confer supreme mundane realizations on this aspirant. Purify all my lapses in precepts. Make outer, inner, and secret obstacles vanish. Hold me close without leaving me until I attain realization. Increase my life, merit, experiences, and insights like the waxing moon. And bless me that all my aspirations may be effortlessly fulfilled. Om Aham. Benzar Guru Pema Siddhi Ram Yam Kam. Om Ahom. The silk substances of desirable qualities are the ornaments of the play of primordial wisdom. The Lord and the head of the silk, the Vidyadhara Guru, and the owners of the 24 sacred places are the 3 seat mandalas. All dakas, dakinis, and dharmapalas come here to enjoy the silk offering. All mistakes, deviations, and broken words of honor are fully confessed. Liberate all outer and inner obstacles in the spirit of truth. Partake of the remains and accomplish miraculous activity for the benefit of all beings. Om Guru Deva Dakini Gana Sacra Flameno Langa Kahi. In the great intentionality of the directionless open dimension of original purity, although the various vehicles in actual nature are not distinct, in order to satisfy the needs and faculties of beings in relative understanding, may the arising of the 9 stages of vehicles be pleasingly fulfilled. Dusam Sangye Guru Rinpoche, Noja Kundang Dewa Chinpoja, Baja Kunsel Dudu Jaklotsal, Sowa Dipso, Chinji Labu So, Chinang Sangwe Baja Jiwa, Samparo Gicha Baja Jiwa, Dusam Sangye Guru Rinpoche, Noja Kundang Dewa Chinpoja, Baja Kunsel Dudu Jaklotsal, Sowa Dipso, Chinji Labu So, Chinang Sangwe Baja Jiwa, Samparo Gicha Baja Jiwa, Dusam Sangye Guru Rinpoche, Noja Kundang Dewa Arja Kunsa Guru Jaklotsal, Sowa Dipso Jinji Labuso, China Sangwe Pacha Jiwa, Sampam Gicha Pacha Jiwa, Dusum Sangye Guru Rinpoche, Noja Kunam Deva Chenpoisha, Pacha Kunsa Guru Jaklotsal, Sowa Dipso Jinji Labuso, Chinang Sangre Vacha Jiva Dam, Sampalum Gija Pajin Jiva, Jusum Sangye Guru Rinpoche, Mudra Kundang Dewa Chimboja, Pacha Kunsa Duja Potsa, Soa Detsa Jinji Labuso, Chinang Sangre Vacha Jiva Dam, Sampalum Gija Pajin Jiva, Jusum Sangye Guru Rinpoche, Mudra Kundang Dewa Chimboja, Pacha Kunsa Duja Potsa, Soa Detsa Jinji Labuso. Dusum Sangye Guru Rinpoche, Roja Kundam Dewa Chimpoja, Bache Kunsao Dudu Trapotsa, Soa, Dojinji Labuso, Chinam Sangye Bocha Jiwanam, Sampalungi Trapajinji Lo, Dusum Sangye Guru Rinpoche, Roja Kundam Dewa Chimpoja, Bache Kunsao Dudu Trapotsa, Soa, Dojinji Labuso. Chinam Sangye Bocha Jiwanam, Sampalungi Trapajinji Lo. Precious teacher, the embodiment of all Buddhas of the three times, to your lotus feet of great bliss, possessor of all spiritual attainments, clarifier of all obstacles, Dudu Drapotsal, I pray that you will grant me your blessings, pacify all outer, inner, and secret obstacles, and grant blessings that all my wishes may be spontaneously accomplished. Om Aham Bansa Guru Namaste. Oh, 36 minutes. Typically at this point, food would be passed out, and you would be able to enjoy it. And so that's what I'm doing now. I will only have a little bit of the salad before we'll continue. As a Buddhist, I somewhat question the authenticity of this practice. Not necessarily because I don't think it's incorrectly done. I don't believe that I'm taking time to understand. And of course, if I was to understand, I would need a lot of help. But there are certain points where I do understand. In fact, that prayer that I just read, that begins, Precious Teacher, the embodiment of all Buddhas, the three times, I pray that you will grant me your blessings, pacify all outer, inner, and secret obstacles, and grant blessings that all my wishes may spontaneously be accomplished. That's a prayer that sticks with me a lot, actually, because in this prayer, you are understanding that there are people who understand the Dharma better than I do, better than anyone does. And by pacifying all outer obstacles, we're getting rid of the veneer of karma and all our hatreds and all the sadness that arises from social interactions. But with inner obstacles, I'm getting rid of my emotions. I'm saying that I'm not going to be sad, and I hope that by comprehending, by understanding the teachers before me, I hope that I will be able to expand my understanding of the Dharma and of compassion, that I will be able to practice the Dharma accurately. And that's actually one of the reasons why I believe that this practice, even though I might not understand everything in it, is important, because it's my dedication, because it's a long practice, and actually, if I was to do it at my temple, it would be much longer. In fact, it would be almost 3 times longer. But I do it because that's my dedication. My dedication and my intent is for the benefit of all sentient beings. So the authenticity of the practice might be in question, but the intention and the dedication shouldn't be. And going back, the soap substances of desirable qualities. And I read through this prayer rather quickly, but even I began to understand what it meant. The soap substances, this tea, this water, this salad, of desirable qualities, that means to me they're desirable because they're food, and I'm hungry, are ornaments of the play of primordial wisdom. To me, this means that they are substances in samsara, in the ocean of samsara, and that they are ornaments because to us and to sentient beings, they stand out because they're food. And this is the play of primordial wisdom. When we think of play, we can think of a game. And there's a game going on in samsara of dharma and suffering. Even personally, we can understand that because we will listen to the philosophy of the Dharma, or even if we aren't Buddhist, we will listen to the philosophy of our religion. And in a few minutes after that's finished, it will be done for. So, to me, that really speaks to me. And the Lord and head of the Stoke, the Vidyadhara Guru, and I'll be honest, I don't know that. But I do know that gurus know more about the Dharma than I do. And so by welcoming them here to this Stoke, welcoming their intelligence and their wisdom, and welcoming their mind and their mind stream, I can hopefully begin to comprehend and understand the Dharma. All Dakas, Dakinis, and Dharmapalas, these are gods that protect the Dharma and help us understand it. Come here to enjoy and utilize this soap offerings. All mistakes, deviations, and broken words of honor are fully confessed. Liberate all outer and inner obstacles in the spirit of truth. Again, this goes back to the prayer that really spoke to me. It's called Soldev, the prayer for blessings. That speaks about, grant me your blessings, pacify all outer, inner, and secret obstacles and grant blessings that all my wishes will be spontaneously accomplished. And this is the Dharma. This is what I believe is important, because it's not just about others. and a lot of religions speak about others quite a lot, but this is not just about others, it's about ourselves. So there is a sort of selfishness to the Dharma, but there's also a sort of altruism too. You're benefiting yourself for the sake of others. If you are to take the path of bodhisattvas. And that is the importance of Buddhism. Attain liberation for yourself. Get rid of your own suffering. And then, when you have that, help others. Let me eat this quickly. I'll continue in just a few minutes. Well, in just a few seconds. We haven't that long to go. Only a few more pages. Actually, that's the end of this CD. Let me switch it. I know what CD to go next. Things in life are not as ceremonious as they seem. There we go. There we go. Uh-oh. Okay. Oh, may I and others without exception become one mandala, in the mandala of the Guru, wielder of knowledge, through this offering. From the 3 syllables in the Lama's 3 places, white, red, and blue light emerges, dissolving into one's own 3 places, purifying the obscurations of one's 3 doors, and transforming them into the physical, verbal, and mental bhadras. Afterwards, the Lama and his retinue dissolve into light, and in the form of red and white spheres marked with home, They are absorbed into one's heart and the Lama's mind, and one's own mind abides spontaneously, inseparable in the Dharmakaya. Ah, ah. And now you visualize what I just said. A little note here, and I will read it. Say ah, ah, and look into the face of true mind, which is beyond rejecting and accepting, which is beginningless and uncreated. The great Dharmakaya, in which all appearance is like illusion. End the practice well by recognizing all illusory appearance as the nature of the Lama, distributing the merit and making prayer prosperity. Throughout the succession of my many lives, from the true Lama, may I never be separated, and enjoying the glory of the Dharma, may I perfect all the qualities of the stages and paths, swiftly attaining the state of Vajradhara. In whatever ways valiant Manjushri and Samatavajra know how to transfer merit, so do I dedicate all my virtue that I may train to be like them. I pray that I may practice the Dharma in my realm of thought and my realm of actions. I pray that in the new year I may come to comprehend the Dharma and I may be able to utilize it in all relations of karma and all social relations between peoples and institutions. I pray that I can once again work to refound the Dharma in my mind and work to end sarcasm in my mind and instead to work to create a mind of truthfulness and of compassion for all beings, understanding that I have regressed in the actions taken over the past 3 to 4 years. I pray that I may come to understand the Dharma and once again reaffirm the values instilled in me by the Four Noble Truths, and that I may work to practice the Eightfold Path, and that moving on from that I may study and begin to practice the sutras of Buddha and work on studying and practicing the works of later gurus and teachers. I hope that I may be able to express compassion and wisdom in my micronation and in my day-to-day life, understanding that I hold a position of power in my state of Sandus, in our state of Sandus, in the state of Sandus, and that I may relinquish my ego, my desire for it, and my desire for wealth, prosperity, and all of the poisons. Om ye dharma hetu prabhava hetum te ken ta ta gato ha ya wadet te ken sayo ni ro ba da ewambadi mahashramane yosoha. Let all beings whose number is as infinite as the sky realize the three bodies of the Buddhas, the three kayas. May all parent sentient beings of the six realms without exception come together in the primordial original state, which is enlightenment itself. May there be the good fortune of the celestial palace mandala. Throughout the day may glorious good fortune blaze. Ta-la-la. Throughout the night may glorious good fortune blaze. Ki-li-li. Continuously in the day and night may good fortune and happiness prevail. And may it be so in the new year. By this effort may all sentient beings be free of suffering. May their minds be free of suffering. By this effort may all sentient beings be free of suffering. May their minds be filled with the nectar of virtue. In this way may all causes resulting in suffering be extinguished, and the light of compassion shine throughout all realms. We will continue in the next few minutes with reading of the 37 practices of Bodhisattvas, but at this time we will pause now for lunch and just to get back on our feet and to prepare ourselves for the piquant nature of this text. So at this moment we're going to pause, and we will see all of you again in a few minutes. Thank you.